So today I'm going to be taking a look at a new keyboard. It's from Monsgeek and it's called the M1. Currently it's priced at $99.99, and for that price I think it's a pretty good starter keyboard for people who just joined this hobby. And I have the black model here with QMKVIA support. The box for the keyboard looks pretty decent. Opening up the box, this is what we get inside. The first thing I see here on top is a white piece of paper, which will act as the tape mod for this keyboard. You also get a gold plated cable, which is a Type A to Type C cable, and it does come with a coil tool, pretty decent cable in my opinion. Some extra screw-in stabilizers which are color matched with the color of your keyboard. An extra pack of screws and an Allen key. Some extra Teflon pads for the force break mods or for the stabilizers. And the keyboard here also comes with a plastic cover to keep the keyboard clean when not in use. And you get the keyboard kit here, which weighs in pretty heavy actually at 1.9 kgs. And taking a look at it, surprisingly it already comes with some extra pre-loop plate mounted stabilizers installed. And I think this is a great thing for beginners if they decide to get this board, but I will be using the screw-in steps included, so I will be removing these. So the Monsgeek M1 is a gasket mounted 75% CNC aluminum keyboard with a knob. It has a south-facing PCB and QMKVIA support. On the side, you'll get a slight incline from the bottom to the top and a piece of gold accent here for the design. It's the same thing with the other side, but you have a knob here. On the front of this keyboard, there are no logos whatsoever, it's pretty clean. On the back, you'll get the Type-C connection port on the left. And on the bottom, you can see the CNC aluminum finish here. It does catch fingerprints slightly, but it's not that obvious when you're using it, and you also get 4 non-slip rubber feet here. First impressions, the quality and the CNC aluminum here is pretty good. And to see what's included inside, you just have to remove the knob on top and the 6 screws holding the top and bottom together. After these screws have been removed, the top frame will come off, and here's what's included inside. You get a piece of PET insulation film, 2 gold-plated side pieces which are like rectangles and they look great, a piece of custom cut case foam at the back of the PCB, and there is more stuff in between the plate and the PCB, so I'm just opening it up by removing the screws here. And in between the plate and PCB, you'll get a switch pad and a pre-cut plate foam. So this is the south-facing 5-pin hot swap PCB used by Monsgeek. And from the back I can tell that they are using TTC hot swap sockets here. Besides that, the RGB on this PCB also looks great when it's turned on. You can see the colors are saturated and bright. The plate included here is a PC plate, so it's quite flexible, but you can order extra plates from Monsgeek if you want other options. And if you look at the sides of the plate here, you can see the gaskets used for the gasket mount of the keyboard. And that's basically everything included with the kit. Now let's build it. First, as always, I will be installing the stabilizers, so I need to make sure that the PCB is ready first by installing the Teflon pads for the steps. They just go over the holes for the screw-in steps, and this is how they look like with all of them installed. For the steps, I will be lubing them with some Permatex to remove the rattle, and a little goes a long way with this type of lube. You don't want to overloop your steps, they will sound really mushy down the line. After the steps are tuned, lubed and assembled, I then installed the switch pad on the PCB and screw in the stabilizers one by one. Now with the screw-in stabilizers all done, I then layered the pre-cut plate foam and the plate on top and screw in everything together so nothing will move around. With everything secured, the tape mod can now be installed. It just basically tears off and sticks to the back of the PCB like this. And now with the plate and the PCB fully assembled, I can now move on to the next step, which is the case. Here is where you need the PET insulation film. This piece just sticks to the bottom of the case here, and this helps to prevent any short circuiting from happening. After that, the gold pieces just slot into the sides like this, and now the PCB can be connected to the daughter board, and of course I did cut the tape mod a little bit so the cable could plug in. The case form will sit on the bottom like this, and with everything fitted and done, the top frame can now be installed and everything can be screwed in together. And that's it for the whole case. So for the switches, I will be using the Akko Crystal Wine Red switches. They come in a pack of 45 and they are a linear type switch with an operating force of 45 grams and they bottom out at 48 grams. The whole switch has this transparent wine red look to it, and it's a 3-pin hot sub switch with an LED cutout on the back. They do feel pretty smooth out of the box because they do come slightly looped from Akko's factory. With the switches installed, this is what it looks like, and the RGB is slightly tinted red, but I don't mind it, still looks great to me. Now moving on to the keycaps. These are the Akko Cherry Profile PBT double shot black and pink keycap set. I've been wanting to use this for a while and I finally got them. They come with 229 pieces in the box, and they are also nicely packed with this Akko keycap tray here. There's also some extra pink keycap accent keycaps included in this small box here. And to be honest, I love the color combo here. This black and pink looks pretty good, and the double shot here feels great as well. The legends are sharp and the colors are saturated, plus I think this will also fit the black aluminum case nicely too. Oh, and I will also be adding this little artisan I found on Taobao for my build. And with everything installed, the knob can now go on, and this is how the Monsgeek M1 sounds. So overall, I had a great time with this keyboard. It's a pretty great kit, not much complaints from me. It's a simple and nice keyboard at the end of the day. It's really easy to assemble and understand. It's not really that complicated, and I think it's great for beginners. The CNC aluminum finish here feels nice, and it does sound like a pretty clean keyboard to me. So if you're interested and you're looking to get the Monsgeek M1, links will be provided below, and thanks to Monsgeek for sending over this keyboard kit for me to take a look at. And that wraps it up for this video, guys. Leave a like on this video if you liked it, dislike this video if you didn't like it, subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Even more build videos coming very soon. And as always, thanks for watching. Goodbye, guys.